Hello, everyone. All right, so welcome in. My name is Robin. If this is your first time in, we're going to do some collective readings to start off. We're also going to do free readings for people here. So, again, welcome in. All right, we're going to start off with the wolf card. All right, so whenever we see the animal wisdom of a wolf, hello, typically the first thing that's coming up for me is the energy of the woods and this importance of grounding right now. So if you're hopping on here live, if you'd like a message, we're doing free readings, and until we see somebody asking, we're going to do collective readings. And if we see a subscriber coming in, they get priority, and we always go a little deeper with our subscribers as well. And you get a free reading and healing every time. So nature is really calling you in right now. And so the reason why this is coming up is because it feels like you need a little bit of a lighter energy right now. And so the wolf right now is teaching us the importance of our healing journey and perspective. And I'm really feeling like perspective for some reason is coming up for a lot of people. We've been in a little bit of a reflection energy, just because I think because Christmas is coming in and we're starting to think a bit more about where we want to go. We're also thinking about 2024 energy as well. So salmon, one of the things that comes through with the salmon is just a general collective reading as we're seeing if people want messages here. I am here to do free readings. This talks about the element of water. So not only are we seeing, I'm hearing if you're single for some reason, there's someone who needs to mingle as well. That's coming through. But we're seeing nature and water because water is really balancing, again, balancing and healing. That's what's coming through. So obviously, if you have the opportunity, depending on what time of day it is there, or making the plan to do that, I think you'll find that helpful. All right. So we're doing free readings, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I probably have spaghetti and crap all over my shirt. I had a really busy work day today, so I really wanted to come in. I do my best to make sure that I come in so that my subscribers feel loved and appreciated. And I have lots of sales and deals going on right now. Oh my god, it's amazing. So just feel free to explore if you're feeling called towards me. My profile, my link tree. All right. So Serge, does Nutty still have feelings for me? I'm getting a lot of worry in the back of my head, and so what's really coming up here is there's just like this energy of you worrying. Worry. And as we know, worry is just not a fun place to be. It's like you're going in already feeling like it's not going to work out or like things aren't right, that sort of thing. And so, again, this is like this constant feeling of being in pain and then focusing on the pain. So, do we really feel like we can heal our wounds when we're fixating on pain? Absolutely not. So, does this person, have feelings? Yes, for sure they do. But you're kind of bringing a little bit of like negative energy to the situation, which is essentially only hurting you. Okay, so that's not the energy we want to bring in, if that's something you want to attract. You following me? So there's energy there. Definitely, they have feelings for you. Okay. Mona Lisa, I love that name. Is Daniel falling for me? Sometimes I want to know why you want to know that, because otherwise it feels like we're prying on someone else's energy, and right away I feel like I need to take a breath, that sort of thing. So I'm getting that like there's a little bit of stress around this as well, Mona Lisa, for some reason. Okay, so your card here is yes. Okay, it's so funny. These are new cards, and so we had the of course card coming up like 7 times in a row, and I think it's so cool. You guys watch me shuffle them, and this is a perfect example of how when we have a bunch of people in a group, how we'll get themes of where people are, and then you'll see it shift as well. And I do my best to get the replays up underneath my YouTube channel, so if you got a reading and you want to re-listen to that, or I offered some healing and things like that, then you guys get that opportunity. So basically what's coming through here, because he's been talking to me a lot and has been nice to me. Okay, yeah. But Lisa, one of the things that's coming up for you is like clearing out any like negativity or drama in your life right now. Okay. And if you do that, hello, Star Child, welcome. And if you do that, that will really, really help. Okay. So clear any negativity or drama or any trauma that you have going on within you, and that will improve. It'll improve that relationship. Okay. So Star Child, I have lots of stuff underneath my link tree and my booking link. So again, feel free to check some of those things out if you're feeling called, because you mentioned that you were. So any subscribers that are in here always get priority, okay? We're doing free readings here, so it doesn't matter if you are or aren't. Yeah, you do need to resubscribe, and then of course we'll go deeper into your energy. So Lucy, will Jay and I ever reconnect? So that even just the energy of will we ever, right? It feels sad. It says, and will Jay and I ever? The energy feels sad. It's like you're feeling down about the whole situation, and then again, this low vibration. Thank you guys, is what's kind of causing some of this grief. And so I'm feeling like this energy you're going to move through. Okay, so I feel like when it comes to you and this person, it's time to walk away from anyone that's like selfish or self-centered. Okay, that's a theme that you're on right now. So even though you have, see guys, the yes card, I wanted to explain this energy before the yes card came up. So yes, but also pay attention to self-centered people and selfish people, because if you're going to get back into a relationship or get back in touch with somebody, make sure you recognize what was like not working out in the relationship in the first place, or what was it that you were kind of like, why did it separate in the first place, if that makes sense. Okay, thank you so much guys, really appreciate it. So yeah, feel free to resubscribe, Monica, if you're feeling called. And then Monica, does R have feelings towards me? Okay, you bet. Woohoo, we got a new card. And so yeah, it feels like here I feel like just I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. That's been a message I've been feeling a lot lately for people. That feels like that's where the energy is right now for everyone. So obviously, especially with you right now, don't rush that process, because sometimes getting to know people is fun. We get to learn about them when everybody's still kind of in happy go lucky energy, and we don't. And instead of like learning about somebody through a negative experience, we get to learn about them through these positive experiences and build that foundation. But there's a trust issue that you might have, okay? So that worries me a bit. If you want to come in and come in as a subscriber, we can go deeper as well. Your first time in as a subscriber, we always spend a bit more time. And underneath my link tree, I have lots of like sales opportunities and deals going on as well, if that's something you feel called to. I'm still working on a lot of those little things I'm offering. I just do it as I feel called, and I'm already getting the message to add some things in there. So Jennifer, thank you so much for being here. Will I spend time with Christopher in December? I'm doing December readings as well, and I already did the collective energy. Not at all. Not at all. So your December energy feels like you're moving in a different direction. It feels like you're shifting a lot. And so if it happens, that's great, but it also feels like, again, you're shifting. Your energy is going to start kind of sailing to the left when you want to go right. So trust that when your wind is sailing in a different direction, don't try to pull yourself in the other way. Like the wind is, let the wind kind of take your sail, and appreciate and enjoy where you're going. Right? So I think it's not forcing anything to happen that sometimes isn't meant to be, if that makes sense. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, guys. So I'm getting a few cards here. Sherry, first time, will I sell my host next 3 months? Okay. You have find your own answer. Ooh, I haven't seen this card yet. And again, these are quite new. So when you're asking about the 3 months, I feel like, obviously you feel like there's a real reason why you need to have it complete in this timeline. And I don't like it when I see people needing things in timelines, because again, the universe is going to provide when we're manifesting things. And again, as we're just talking about what's meant to be will be. So it's interesting that you guys find your own answer, because I think that business is definitely, obviously there's a lot of business related to that. So I'm getting you really need to promote yourself and really work on sales. So I feel like, you know, obviously you probably have a real estate agent. Let me know. But for some reason they're showing me, or I'm hearing, Shark Tank. And so my sign or symbol for Shark Tank is like someone who needs to literally be like, here's my sales pitch, and then you guys need to pick me, that sort of thing. So if you're selling something, you need to give them your sales pitch, and then they have to choose you. So making sure that obviously you're doing that. You would be good for a deeper reading. I also do 3-question readings for $10 Canadian, and that gets sent over to your email. So maybe for that house question, that would be helpful. Okay. Because I'm getting lots of information with that. But if you think about Shark Tank and how they have to be, that's definitely what's coming through for you. Okay. With timelines, guys, try not to get too fixated on them. I am doing December readings, and I'm doing 2024 readings as well that also get sent over to you. A couple are written, the 2024s, through a video, and you can ask questions in those too. So I feel like really rushed all of a sudden. I don't know if there's someone in here who feels really rushed. Again, I'm kind of getting that worry in my back of my head too. Will I ever be in a relationship soon? May. So again, even the way that we're asking that question here is, will I ever be in a relationship soon? So the first part of the question is like, because I read the energy and the vibration of things, right? So it's like, will I ever? Like, will this ever happen for me? And then it's like, hey, is this going to happen soon? So half of you is like, meh, and like probably sad about that. And then the other part of you is like, yes, this is going to happen. Okay, so may you have try again. Okay, so yeah, the answer is you've got to get excited and enthusiastic. But the best way I feel like to manifest is by clearing things out from the past. So if you can kind of let go of that baggage, it'll be helpful. With this full moon that we're just in, that energy ended yesterday. So now we're starting to trickle into letting go of essentially whatever it is that we asked to release. So if you didn't do a full moon release, maybe write down right now something you want to release and connect to the energy of the moon and just kind of clear that energy now. But honestly, when you dump your cup of the things that aren't serving you, it will really help you manifest a lot faster. Okay. And in my membership group, if you want to check that out through my Linktree, I work with a lot of supportive energy with moon work and past life and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. So Caleb 333, hello. And I think I saw Emma in here as well. I just want to double check. So if I missed you, thank you, Caleb. My apologies, okay? Because sometimes, as you guys know, I get into this. So what would your question be, Caleb? Thank you so much for being a subscriber here. Am I going to build a house for next year? Okay, for sure. Okay, I like that. There's something going on about building. And again, timelines keep coming up for people. When you're manifesting, do your best to say that or something better in divine timing. Because again, when we're fixating on that, that's something that could get in the way of something better happening for you, or that coming in even faster. So you could even be like limiting yourself by putting a timeline on. If somebody's like, I want to sell this in 3 months, it's like, well, why don't you manifest to sell it like next week? And you're like, oh, no, I'm not ready for that. But it's like, okay, well, why don't I manifest this for my highest good in the fastest time possible that's meant for me, etc. Does that make sense? So Caleb, you're a subscriber, so please take up some space if you would like to. Okay, so will my daughter forgive and reconcile me? Ooh, those cards went a little wacky. What did you say? So, yeah, so it's kind of like one of those things where time does heal things, for sure. I think that this child of yours needs more discipline, and that's what's stopping her from being able to do that. So she's very like rigid in her ways of thinking, and that's actually getting in her way. And I think that she self-sabotages a little bit, okay? So if you can teach her the energy of forgiveness, which again I have in my membership group. When I work with people that have children, I often will say, instead of getting your child to work on this, how about as being the mother, you learn this first, and as you shift your vibration, trust that the things around you will also move to, and then you have that teacher quality and skill that maybe you didn't recognize or have before, if that makes sense. So when we do the work, everything else around us is going to change. Make sense? So I'm going to get to your question here because I know you asked one. How can I manifest more effectively what's in my way? Thank you. So I like to do more detailed readings for you guys from my people. So we're going to work with this animal medicine card deck today for my daily reading. I use these, and I also have my animal oracle cards up here as well. So the animals are speaking to me. The buffalo. Okay, so when we see this, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. When we see the buffalo showing up, and 9 is the number of manifestation, and you have new beginnings, this is more coming up for relationships. I know you've been working on relationships right now. So when you're saying, how can I do this more effectively? Honestly, it's when we do a little bit of soul searching, which is what you're doing right now, we can, thank you very much, guys, I appreciate it. We can focus on exactly what it is that we're meant to work on. And so that's what I truly feel like. If relationships are something that you're working on, manifesting more balance, more freedom, more healing in the relationships, because that's what you're meant to be manifesting, then focus on that, and that's what will come in. Okay, so if you're like, I want to manifest money, but right now you're meant to be manifesting relationships, then that's going to be holding you back. Does that make sense? So by, again, getting your readings and understanding what you're meant to be working on will really help you gravitate towards like allowing that to come in, because that's what your soul or your spirit is ready to work on. And that's what I've been hearing you talking about. So spiritually, manifest relationships, okay? In terms of like manifestation tools, I feel like writing is a really great tool to manifest. So literally writing a letter to the universe, which is what we do around the new moons. Yeah, so without questioning, okay? So letting go of any doubt or fears that you have, like it's not going to happen, okay? Because manifestation work, if we let that little bit of doubt in, that little bit of anxiety, that's what really blocks us, you know? So we do have to communicate sometimes out loud to the universe as well, not just through the written. Sometimes we need to like go into prayer out loud. Yeah, ask for things out loud. And sometimes where you're working on relationships, telling people to, like, making things happening by expressing it. So for instance, I was sharing, if you haven't released anything with this full moon yet and you want to release it right now, write in the comments what you're releasing, and it's okay if you wanted to add that in. And by actually writing it down, that's like you saying what it is, and that's making it happen even faster. Thank you very much, guys. So setting intentions is super important, right? If you don't set an intention, then it's less likely to happen, and it's really hard to measure too, because we always want to say thank you when something comes in, right? So if we know what we're attracting, then when it happens, we're like, oh, thank you. And stopping to really, really like honor that, maybe for like 5 minutes or something. Thank you very much, guys. I so appreciate it. I hope that makes sense. So any other subscribers in here, if I missed you, hello, welcome in. Alrighty, so we're doing free readings tonight, guys. You do not have to pay, but if you are a subscriber, for your first time we go a little deeper. If you're feeling called to me, then again, you can come in and do a deeper reading by being a subscriber. If you're here, you're here for a reason, guys, so just trust that without questioning, right? So will Daniel and I get back together? I feel like you might have already asked a question, but we're getting to you again, so without questioning. Like the cards just went really weird. So that's your card there. Amy, will I be successful in the training? The more specific you are in terms of like what's the training, what would you like to attract, even by your question, I think that is even helpful for you right now, because then it's like you also letting yourself know what it is that you want to attract. But the word successful was kind of like slipping out of my mouth when I was trying to say a different word. So the answer is yes. Okay. Don't worry about that. Amy, will I be... So yeah, still going back to that. I'm getting a lot of heat from you, so I get you really question yourself a lot, okay? Try not to worry about what other people think too. It's a hard one. Hello, Lily. Welcome in. So if you want a message, just let me know. As a subscriber, we prioritize you. Sydney, will my financial situation get better? Never. Oh my god, we have to start using these cards. A lot of it is I'm getting at the attitude of gratitude. Okay? So that's what would be helpful for you, right? When you feel like you have everything that you need and you're grateful for that, that's literally when money starts coming in. That's when success comes in, honestly. So complaining or being negative, or it's just it's a low vibration. You get what I'm saying? Luli? Okay. So, Luli, you have the turtle card here. I feel like you have a lot to release right now and you're holding back just a tiny bit. And so it feels like you're just kind of navigating where you're going right now, but it feels like it's in very, very, very small steps. And it kind of feels like you could expand your energy a bit more. So I'm not sure if you've been doing any Reiki healing yet, but I kind of see you starting to inch your way with maybe the idea of doing that or something. But when you do that, that's going to really help your energy a lot. Okay. I do have a Reiki level 1 coming up on the 13th and 14th of December. That's 109 Canadian for that. And then I actually created that you do a 1-hour test with me. And I called it a test, but what it really is it's an opportunity for you to get more one-on-one time with me and to just give you that little bit of extra support so I can almost like guide you in anything. And so it'll still be like a healing session with me. And so you pay for the class, and that's 2 nights on Wednesday, and then 2 nights or 2 hours on Wednesday and 2 hours on Thursday. And so that's going to be 7 p.m. So that would be 6 p.m. your time. And I know in the VIP membership, we do have training in there, and I'm officially certifying people now. So if you want to do Lily that level 1, and then you want to come in and do that test with me, what I'll do is like I'll guide you through any way that we can expand your energy and support you more on your path. Okay, so that's a huge perk of being a VIP member with me. And guys, if you're interested in that, it's $55.55 a month. It's only $33.33 for the pro level, and you can also get your certification in the Akashic Records. Okay, so for some reason that's coming up strong because I do have some people that are interested in that Reiki training, and it's so important just as a level 1 to be able to like feel connected to your own heart, you know? Courtney, is Nathan planning on reaching out soon before Christmas? So it's like there's a lot of heaviness around your heart. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So you've got the Mountain Lion. We did our December readings already underneath my profile. I have it pinned. And again, I'm doing December readings if you want to purchase one of those. But, and that's underneath. Did our December readings already underneath my profile. I have it pinned. And again, I'm doing December readings if you want to purchase one of those. But, and that's underneath my purchase readings through my website. But you have this action card here. So when I look into, I'm going to go into your records here. I'm hearing that he's stalling, that Nathan is stalling. And it feels like he's trying to, like, I don't know, pretend like he doesn't care or something. And to me, this is like someone who is, like, kind of trying to play, like, you know how it's like, oh, I'm not going to call this person, I'm going to, like, give it time and just see if they reach out, or, you know, I don't know. It just feels like they're kind of like, it gives off the impression like they don't really care, but I get that they do a lot. So they're stalling and they're trying to almost like pretend like they don't care. Okay, very strange energy. And then with Nathan, with the 24, this does say that there's a lot of support from the universe right now in terms of that situation. I think that if this is a person you want to be serious with, if this is like a love relationship with someone you want to be serious with, I feel like maybe they're not like, based on this energy, you know, ready for that kind of commitment type of thing, and maybe that's what's holding them back. I don't know if this relates to you, Courtney. As you guys know, I have a hard time keeping track of everybody's readings. Let me know if this connects to you. Okay, so yeah, if you're okay with this being like, if you really want that love connection, this is an energy. If you're banking on Nathan, I would kind of gently move out of this vicinity with this person. But if you're kind of like in booty call mode, then that would be okay to like pursue, I guess. Okay? So let me know if you relate to that. Thank you very much. All right. I'm picking up on some sadness from someone. Yana. Okay. Iman. Was that Zahara? Did you just pay for a reading? I saw somebody making a payment. I saw a cent. Yes. Okay. So you're just looking for a reading. Is that it? Okay, yes, we have worked together. Yes, it makes sense since I'm waiting for him to apologize. I won't be reaching out. Okay. Maybe that's why I was kind of like, yeah, if that's something you're like, I see you wanting like mushy gushy love, not like I was hearing the song, "You Can Call Me on My Cell Phone Late at Night on My Bling." You get what I'm saying? When it's like booty call? Anyway, so yeah. And I just don't feel that that's what you want, you know? You know when somebody's like playing the field, playing hard to get, whatever it is, and it's just not I don't feel like that's a healthy energy for you because you just seem more like together than that, if that makes. Really need advice on I do the 6 month versus the year course I'm about to enter into. Okay. I really need advice on I do the 6 month versus the year course I'm about to enter into. One is fast. One is longer. Okay. So the slower, the longer one basically is what you're looking for. All right. So I want to use my animal oracle cards here. I'm just getting out of Courtney's energy here. Courtney's energy here. Oh, the cards are definitely speaking to you tonight, which is nice. Or just fill up the year with study and hobbies to make it up. Yes, definitely not interested in that. Haha, I do hope he reaches out at some point to apologize though. I don't really sense like, I just kind of get like he's holding back for a reason. He's just like, if I just pretend like I don't care, I don't know, you know? So I just don't see that for you, okay? So as we enter this space for you, cutting all energy cords. All right, I get a lot of energy in my head. So first of all, it sounds like study is really, really important to you. You've got the goose. I'm seeing like group energy, connections to other people. Okay. Of sense with school, but because I feel like it's almost like choose the short term if it comes with like mentorship. You know how we can do like a co-op or um like where there's hands-on training, so you learn and then you get out into the field. So I would choose a short term if it's coming with that like person who's going to be really close hands-on teaching. But if you feel like you need like I feel like you need coaching, okay? That's what's uh it froze. Okay. Can you hear me now? Cameron? I'll just explain it again for you. It's no biggie. So do I choose the short one in Gold Coast? Okay, so I'm getting the answer is no. Okay, for that. Yes, now I can hear, but it keeps stopping. It's freezing. Not my internet. Okay, that's okay. We'll just ground the energy. How about that? Am I freezing for other people here, guys? It's no big deal, honestly. There's like no panic here at all. Okay, so the answer was when you were asking. Feel free to let me know if you can hear me now. So you're asking, so do I choose the short one in Gold Coast? Okay. Better now? Just to repeat the question. And the answer I'm getting is no. It's very loud and clear. And the reason why this is coming up, it's okay now. Okay. No biggie, guys. This is like nothing. Yes. Okay. So no to the short term one. Okay. And the reason for this being is because what you need is you need coaching. You need someone to encourage you to have very much like hands-on learning for you to like kind of work through some things, that sort of thing. Okay. So the long-term one also in person versus online. Okay. I actually feel like online would give you I don't know why. I actually feel like you'd be more grounded online taking this. So I'm getting the longer one and the online. Okay? That's what's coming through. Let me know if you can still hear me, if this is helping you, Emar. Okay? And again, you need coaching, mentorship, somebody to take you on under their wing, okay? So if, for instance, if this program does not come with those things, I would definitely be looking for someone who can do some uh like some who can support you more, okay? Like even if you worked with me a little bit, I feel like I don't know, I could help you a little bit with navigating the energy a bit more. But regardless, specifically to what you're learning, you seem like the type who could really, yeah, benefit from the hands-on. But it's interesting because I'm telling you to go online and the longer one, but it's just like I think you're gonna attract somebody who's gonna be like a good coach or teacher for you, if that makes sense. And sometimes when we line up with certain timings, it brings certain people into our life. Makes sense. And when will I manifest soul family? When I'm in a new place. So guys, if you want to pay, I'm going with $13. Feel free to come in and get a reading if you want one, and then I'm going to hop into my subscribers here, okay? Need mentor. Wow, you're late. Okay, I'm glad because that's just what they're showing me. Like, so, and just quickly, okay? Um, when will I manifest soul family when I'm in a new place? Well, so you had the goose card. Where the hell I put that here? Okay. But now you've got the eagle card. But you had the goose card, which is a family card, okay? So soul family. So you've got the eagle card. This is again, it still feels like more mentorship. When as we're talking about I don't know, soul coaches and teachers and things like that, they'll kind of just show up when we're meant to have them in our life. And so it almost feels like coaches and teachers are more about your soul for your soul family. And specifically, I'm getting like 6 weeks to 9 months is like the time frame that thank you, you're so sweet. That's kind of the time frame that they're getting me to focus on. So don't stress too much about those timelines. It just feels like um there's going to be lots of reasons to celebrate, and I think it's more people that you can just enjoy quality time with and like life with, people who kind of get the importance of enjoying life and just people who just appreciate being here on earth. Okay, so they're really great soul people for you. So again, don't stress too much about the timelines because it does take a little bit of time to get our right people, and that's why they're telling you to not worry too much about the short term, right? Okay. I love that for you. So thank you so much, okay? So I did have a subscriber on here, just so you guys know. Jess is in here. So guys, any subscribers that are in here that want a reading, just let me know. Okay, we're just doing quick messages. I see Jess in here. Emma was in here. Alrighty. So will Mitch propose soon? So guys, readings are also $13 if you want me to like focus on you, or if you're a subscriber. If you're a reoccurring subscriber, we don't spend as much time as we do if you're a new subscriber, but you still get a reading and healing every time. And again, if you want to just go get a reading, it's $13. You can pay through my PayPal underneath my link tree, and it's horsemanreadings@gmail.com. All right, crow. So, will Mitch propose soon? All right, Josie. A really great card here. He's investigating this situation. That's what I'm hearing. It's like he's still kind of planning, plotting / investigating. Okay, that's kind of what the stage is. Okay, and I don't like to say too much about that because I really feel like proposals are meant to be. It's like a graduation. You know, you're evolving from one place in your life to the next place, and again, we don't want to rush that ever. You know, but I understand that feeling of wanting to be proposed to. It's more like an exciting time. And we're just like, can't we just get so overexcited about it, right? But trust that there'll be plans there, okay? Don't sweat it too much. So if you're a subscriber, guys, if you're here, just let me know, please. Because if you expect me to go back, I probably won't, okay? Jessica, am I on the right path? Ram is like a little bit of control, okay? And so to me, control is like, I don't know, it's like when we're banging our head up against the wall, and it's just like, oh my god, like why do I do this to myself more than anything? So it's like, get out of your own way, okay? And if you do that, that'll put you a little bit more back on track, okay? So guys, we're just gonna block somebody here. Oh my gosh, I spent a lot of time today talking to my website people. Somebody's putting like pornography all over my old Robin's Healing Facebook group because they hacked me last like a year ago, and Facebook, like I had to start a whole new business. horsemanreadings.com used to be robinshealing.com, so if you ever kind of see Robin's Healing, that's what it's related to. And it's pretty crazy, you know, going up to Christmas and things like that. Anyway, so yes, these people, like I report it to Facebook, and like, and then like they come in and they put even more, and it's like, oh my god, like I do not need to see porn every time I go onto Facebook. So today I was like starting to make some attempts just to clean up some things that are still like attached to that old stuff. But I just want to let you guys know, please use my link tree in my profile, and please also use my horsemanreadings.com. It's there for a reason, okay? I would not want to see anybody fall into the trap of what people do here online. There's a reason why we have bookings through our website. If you're a subscriber, you guys do have access to inbox me if you have any questions. What should I expect from Daniel and my connection? Okay. Okay. What should I expect with my relationship with Daniel? Raven, success. Success is in the work for you. It feels like it's a little bit of a work in progress, but once it really comes together, it's like magic, fireworks, boom, it's explosive, okay? So you're just in that stage where you're learning, you know, it's like when you're learning tools, right? When we're here on our healing journey, we don't know how to meditate, we don't know how to do theta healing, we don't know how to do Reiki healing, stuff like that, right? We don't know how to pull cards for ourselves, we just need to learn the tools. So that's where you're at in this relationship. You're just learning the tools, and essentially the tools are just that back and forth that you guys get to experience with each other. So just look at it as this like beautiful learning experience that you get to enjoy and have fun doing it, okay? So you're in a beautiful energy. So any other subscribers that are here that want a reading? Is Tim true to me? I called him Trim. You're welcome. So owl. So guys, if you want to get a paid reading, oopsies. Is Trim good to me? Oh my god. Is Tim true to me? Owl. I'm hearing Busta Rhymes for some reason. Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was a kind of shady guy. He wasn't a bad guy, but he might have went to jail at one point. So I kind of feel like, you know, I think it's called that song, Break Your Neck. Break your neck. I don't know why this is coming up. So you're asking if, you know, if he's true. And the owl says you're very wise. Your intuition is kind of like telling you, there are some things about this person that I would like to deal with or clean up or clear up with them. So I think if there's anything you're insecure or uncertain about, ask very direct questions. And I think you'll get the answers that you need, okay? So often I find with people in terms of lying, if you sometimes women do it too, but I find there are a lot of men where if you don't ask them questions, they might not give you answers. But if you ask them the question, then they have to answer you. You got what I'm saying? So if we just never ask, they might not tell. You following me? Hope you found that helpful. Will I get an apartment this year? Linny? Earth Dragon? Yeah, it's very slow. It's very slow. So there's some caution energy here that it feels like you need to be a little bit more motivated. You need to take more action steps, okay? So sometimes, you know how we're like, when we manifest, it's like, oh, well, this will happen. This is all good. And it's like, yeah, it definitely won't happen until you do X, Y, and Z. Kind of was what I was just talking about things in relation to like my old business, right? And if you watched my profile, underneath my profile, the daily energy for today, that was coming up if you pick card number 2. So feel free to go and pick a card out of that. But it was talking about like if you haven't like dealt with things from the past, it's going to be showing up, or there might just be some things popping up for you and you're like, oh shit, I kind of need to deal with that. So it's like, hey, I'm over here, deal with me, that sort of thing. So yeah, I would definitely connect to that. There's also someone who is very triggered on here right now. So we did just have a full moon. We're like 2 days after the full moon. So yeah, pay attention to that. Also, guys, if you want to, we can also do like a donation reading if you want to. So that would be like for a quick mini reading, I'll go into your Akashic records and you can take up some space, and it's just by donation. So again, that's yourhorsemoonreadings@gmail.com. If you pay underneath my PayPal, it'll pop up for you. And so that's whatever the hell you want. Whatever you want. It's more just of an energy exchange. Since it seems like all of my subscribers have been complete here, we can open up to some of those people. Okay? And that way, if you have some specific questions, as you were seeing with somebody else's reading, it's like, okay, I want to know this, I want to know that detail, and then they're like sneaking in some extra stuff here. I don't mind doing that for people. So I put up $13, but I mean, that's a general donation for an exchange, okay? So a lot of worry in here too. Hello, welcome in, guys. Monica, is Sue Man thinking of me? You've got the bowl. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. Again, not sure why you want to know that. Right? I mean, if I think about I'm going to use an ex as an example. My ex-boyfriend Luke, is he thinking of me? I don't really give a shit if he's thinking about me. If anything, I want to cut those energy cords. And I think when we're still attached to somebody, then we're kind of like hoping that they're still thinking of us, like if they're going to reach out to us. But honestly, that's where like the trust is coming up. We want to, I think with you, I would just cut the cords, cut energy cords. So if you don't know how to do that, check out my profile as well. I have an exercise where you just I guide you through cutting energy cords. You put up a white light. You can ask Archangel Michael to come down, snip, 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 that sort of thing. And so if we do that, it can be really helpful for our energy. And that way, if somebody's meant to come back into our energy field, they will. But it's not draining us. It's not something we're really thinking about, because I don't think I would really want to think about. That feels like a lot of energy if somebody's thinking about me. Honestly. I got way more important things going on than wondering if somebody's thinking about me, right? And if you're thinking about them and you want to talk to them, reach out to them. You get what I'm saying? Like, as we were talking about the action energy, right? Will Matt and I be officially together next year? Fox? It's like I see you wanting to be happy, but it feels like there's just like this, I don't know if you get depression or something, or if he has depression, or there's something that happens that brings you down, or there's a lower vibration, but it feels like that you've got some heart walls, or he has some heart walls, and that's definitely energy I would want to clean up in order to help you with this, okay? Because again, we do healings here and readings, not just me telling you yes or no. Make sense? So again, I have some specials and deals underneath my link tree and horsemanreadings.com. Some you purchase and I send over to you. Others you can book, okay? Will I be able to forgive my ex and return to him? Otter. Well, it depends on, first of all, from a logical standpoint, why do you need to forgive him? And how big of a deal is this? Okay? Water dragon, lot of emotions. She'd be angry. And then the otter is just kind of sitting back and relaxing, you know? So one side of you like wants to forgive, the other part of you is still angry. So I'm hearing that you need to heal this on a generational level. So when I do theta healing downloads, which again I send over to your email, that's a little offer I'm doing right now. And in my membership group, I do theta healing downloads a lot there. Theta healing is when we release like any subconscious limiting beliefs that we have and replace it with positive energy. So I feel like for some reason, yeah, you've got definitely some stuff going on in there, okay? Neeks, does my ex-boyfriend miss me? Again, why do we care? Why do we care? Hello, guys. Welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful night. We've got the bear. Oh, sure. Sure he misses you. Who wouldn't miss you? Honestly. Bears are very, like... Bears come across as, like, sometimes kind of dark when they're actually beautiful creatures. So I think that sometimes you're not seen for your heart, and that's something I hope for you, okay? Spooky, is my boyfriend cheating? First of all, why do you think your boyfriend's cheating? What gives you that? What gives you that feeling? Spooky? What gives you that feeling? Emotionally. What is it that makes you feel that way? Is there anybody who wants to reconnect with me? Ace? Hind or Hind? Not right now, because I think you're working on confidence. Ace? Okay. Will I be out of depths soon? What is depths? Is that like debt? Misspelt? And I'm getting lots of trauma in here. So guys, feel free to do a donation reading if you want, and we'll actually go into your Akashic Records, do past and present. I don't want to do future tonight. I want to do past and present. Am I in the right job? You've got Adder, okay? Some days you are, and some days you're so far from where you're meant to be, it feels like. So great question. I love that question. Am I in the right job? So, you know, when I see the Adder, to me, that's somebody who's really healing other people. I just feel like you don't get enough back in return for what you put forward, and I don't like that. It's interesting because I'm like, hey, does anybody want to do a donation? Literally, like $1. And people are like, nope. Which is interesting because I am giving a lot right now, and I just think it's nice to do energy exchanges. You don't have to, but it's a good example of like how we do put a lot of time and energy in. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm getting for you with the work. The water energy is just like, she's so strong and she's so capable, but sometimes she just feels upset, sad, frustrated, angry, annoyed. And so for you, I would just say take your time working through where you've suppressed some of these emotions, okay? Because again, when we're feeling this way in relation to work, often there's other stuff that it's related to too, and it's good to dig deeper into that. Okay, perfect. Well, this makes sense, doesn't it? Amanda, will Dino be my hubby one day? So I take it you're just starting to date? Bore? Not hubby, but it feels like you'll have a relationship. Not everybody wants to get married. Okay. All right, guys, any other questions while we're here? I have a bunch of cards here. Again, I'm offering some, first of all, you get readings and healings every time you come in as a subscriber. Your first time as a subscriber, we go deeper. I was offering paid readings as well for 13 Canadian. You can pay through my PayPal, and then I shifted gears over to just as an energy exchange, a donation reading as a general option, with $13 being a nice exchange. Will things continue to improve with Jeff and I? Hair. A lot of negativity for some reason in there. And it just feels like, I don't know if there's like jealousy. Usually when there's jealousy, there's control and stuff like that. So I don't know if you guys have had issues with that, but that's something I feel like you guys need to compromise a bit more. And it feels like that compromise just doesn't want to, somebody's not able to compromise, or something's not compromising, and I don't know if it's him or you, if there's someone stubborn in that relationship, but yeah. Will my son and call me anytime soon? First of all, is he mad at you or something? Because otherwise you could pick up the phone, right? Salmon energy is like, yeah, sure. I just think he has his own priorities. So when you use the word soon, it's like, well, he obviously has his own priorities, right? So maybe that's hurtful for you, something you could definitely look into. Lulu. Will Leo reach out to me? Horse. I'm not feeling like that's a yes, even though it's a beautiful card. Will my marriage with this person last? Ella. Yes, absolutely. I think that'll last into another lifetime. I really feel that way. Okay? Can I take him back? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. Well, I'm not just here to make stuff up, guys. I have a psychology background. I did psych and HR. I also took human services, my continuing care assistant, to work with people in home care, helping the elderly, people that are disabled, things like that. I've worked in hospital transporting patients and being a patient care assistant, and I've worked with people with mental health for a really long time. I've been doing card readings for like 16 years. And I'm an empath, so wherever I go, people tell me their stuff and they feel safe with me. So I've been developing my mediumship over the last few years. That started to develop when I did my Reiki training. So that's something I've been working on opening up more to. But again, I'm just taking my sweet time with that. But I've been able to feel spirits for a really long time. I'm just now not scared of spirits anymore. But I work with many different tools. I've been teaching for a long time. So when you're like, oh, you're right, I actually hear messages. So if I ask what a general message is for everybody right now, first of all, I'm feeling energy in my stomach and in my solar plexus. So I feel into my body that there are some people who have a lot of anxiety, people who have a lot of stress. So again, I'll feel that energetically in my body. That's why I'm like, oh, would you like to do a donation for a reading if it's $1 or something? Just to encourage, I feel like that importance of people appreciating and putting forward a bit. And also, I think when I feel energy in my solar plexus for people here as well, this is someone who needs to work a little bit more on breathing, more solitude time, more clearing and cleansing your energy, which is funny because I have my spray here. I make healing products as well. I've been working with herbs for quite some time now, ever since I did my Akashic Records training, and so I've been making tinctures to help people with healing like the inside of their body, energy and emotions. I've had quite an interesting life so far. I have written a book that I haven't published yet. just because I didn't feel comfortable with it, but every time I get a reading, people tell me I'm supposed to be, or this same person keeps telling me that I'm starting to procrastinate that. So I've been actually doing more readings through writing because I definitely feel like I'm going to write a series of books and things like that. So I do feel like I have a lot of knowledge to offer. The other thing too is I'm hearing the song Twisted, which is an old song, and You're Twisted. So to me, I decode information, right? How I receive. But when I hear something negative like you're twisted, to me that's a judgment, but I'm hearing it outside of my body, not inside of my head. So I know that that's someone on here who is judgmental and who's struggling with judgment in general. And so it's like, be mindful of that. If you're pointing the finger at somebody else, there's always another, two fingers pointing back at you. So focusing on lessons is what's coming through here. So I've been teaching tools for quite some time. Sure, you can ask a health question, that's no problem. Where I work with health and wellness, it makes sense. I'm also a yoga instructor, and I'm doing my 500 hours, again, taking my sweet ass time. But I've learned a lot in my yoga training. And so I kind of do like the overall body, mind, and spirit. I'm also a reflexologist. So that's it, body reflexology, facial reflexology, Indian head massage, advanced foot reflexology, which goes up to your knees. And so, yeah, I work with acupressure points in the body as well. So I find that quite fascinating, doing energy work and all of that stuff. So I used to be a course junkie, and I still kind of do love to learn, but I'm shifting more over to people purchasing things in my membership group right now. And I have a program I just put an early bird special on for starting up in January, guys. That's $222 off, which is amazing. So it was $555 and now it's only $333. Also gives you 3 months in my membership group, which is again valued at like $115. That's $115 again right there. And then you guys also get the recordings. So I don't know, I feel like I could talk more about that, but I just want to explain that I feel energy in my body, I hear messages, and so in my membership group I teach people these things, which is great. And so for me also, I have a lot of premonitions. I only get more and more clairvoyant, and so I live a very interesting life as a result of this. Should I consider my operation on my I'm confused. I don't want an operation. Okay, so again, more of a personal reading. So we'll do just a general answer for you. So because we're not really allowed to ask certain questions here. So if I answer it in terms of a general form, we also did this at the very beginning. So the replays are up underneath my YouTube channel. If you want to get my free masterclass with theta healing and readings and things like that to help see if you want to come into my program starting in January. Again, it's free. That's underneath my YouTube live. That feels important for a couple people. But the way I know I'm meant to shift out of here is when I go back to the same card that I had at the beginning. And so we were talking about grounding ourselves more and earthing ourselves more and helping us revitalize and heal. So as a general message, when it comes to, decisions around health, I do feel like go towards how you can revitalize your body and heal your body. Does that make sense? Because revitalizing is the answer, and then healing is secondary, right? And if we're struggling with this decision, sometimes we just need to ground ourselves a little bit more, okay? If you want to get like a 3-question reading as well, I email you the answers to that. And so a question like that is super easy for me to answer, but I'll give you more details in that setting. Hello, Kiri, welcome in. So I'm just on my way out, but if you would like a message, just let me know. I feel like I have a bunch of cards here sitting out. Will I move soon? Goose. Okay, this is also our family card. Yes, you will, but it feels like don't rush the process, okay? Don't rush the process. Yeah, you're getting a little distracted or something like that, it feels. May I have a card? Lessa. Thank you very much. I appreciate the gift. Lessa. Okay, so you have the owl card. This talks about moonlight. So again, working with the energy of the moon. I'm not sure if you've been doing that, but with where we still kind of are lingering in that full moon energy, you might want to release something that's still weighing you down. I get like, I don't know, you're just like sometimes a little bit all over the place. It feels like there's no judgment here, but it just feels like when I tune into your energy, it just feels like sometimes you're just like sitting in stillness and things are just not coming to you the way that they could be. So it feels like tapping into that intuition a bit more. So when we work with the energy of the moon, that can help us dig a little bit deeper into what's in the heart a little bit deeper. Well, Jay and I live together soon. You've got the crane. The crane is saying to enjoy your life the way that it is. Don't rush the process. That's coming in for a lot of people. Nancy, does Lynn miss me? Lynn does miss you. However, it's not something I feel like is worth being like sad or upset about. I don't know why. We were kind of talking about cord cutting earlier. Emma, will Mike and I get back together? Earth Dragon, probably not. Probably not, okay? Does Michael miss me? Swan, again, I'm not sure why everybody's asking these questions, but this Swan is also talking about you going through a lot in your mind and thinking back into the past. So my suggestion with this energy is to start thinking more future. Yeah, I don't know why that's coming up here. Love message, Shanta. I feel like you were in here once upon a time as a subscriber, maybe? Swan, 39. I've been here for, oh geez. I think I've gotten paid on TikTok like twice, something like that. But I came in a little bit late for the first month. So I think it's been 3.5 months or something. So I really appreciate all the people in here. I've been hanging out on Facebook for quite some time, and now I'm over Facebook, and I'm working on growing my YouTube channel. But I'm really loving it here so far. There are some really great people. It's a little crazy, but I do enjoy it. So Shanta, Spawn is saying that you are being really productive right now with your heart, but it also feels like sometimes you're just like, I don't know. It almost feels like you're moving at a slow pace. I feel like if you want to speed up like love in your life, focus more on abundance. Because I feel like, I don't know why, but love and money seem to be, there's some sticky, frozen, stuck trauma energy that I want to clear around that. If you want to get Theta Healing downloads sent over to your email, I would love to do that. Those are 20 Canadian, and it's been really fun. I really take a long time. Sometimes I'm spending like an hour on these Theta Healing downloads that I send over to you because it's so cool that I'm able to write them out and that you can say yes to them that way. How's your night? Hello, Katrina. Thank you very much. Well, it's 10:42 here. I can't believe that. Last night I spent a lot of time watching Runaway. Has anybody watched that? It's about like sex trafficking and this like 16-year-old girl who of course she struggles with her parents like any other 16-year-old would, who the parents are quite strict, and it's very educational. I highly, highly recommend watching it if you're not too trauma sensitive. Whereas I found what I kind of do is I offer theta healing to myself when I watch some of these things, as things are kind of triggering me about my childhood and how I used to lie to my mom and things like that. How does the healing work? Is it in audio? So when you get your theta healing downloads, I actually write it all out into an email, and then you say, I explain the energy, if you want to release this, where it's coming from, if you want to attract this. So I go into your Akashic records, do the healings and clearings that way, and then you just say yes to them. So when I do the written part here together, for that to start to come in, and then I integrate the energy, and then I listen in, is there more stuff, what's coming through? And that's actually so how I create the email, is by doing the downloads for you. And if you say no to them, that's okay. But if you say yes to them, I'm like doing the energy based on you saying yes to them, because I know that you need them. But you can also, it's timeless, so you can go back and you can re-say yes to those downloads, and they're timeless too. It's really cool. It's just like getting a reading, only I'm doing the clearing for you as well. It's a really nice way to add to some of the readings that I've been doing, because a lot of people have 2024 readings coming up. And when I'm doing those, I send those over as an unlisted YouTube video. But then it's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff coming up around that. So Theta Healing is a nice complement. Also, I have Reiki healing in there as well. So I tune into your energy, offer Reiki healing, and then you receive that through a video as well. And explain that. Okay, I'm frozen. My apologies. It just told me I have 10% left on my phone. So that's what happens when my battery does that. So Katrina, are you here as a subscriber? It says that you're going to lose your benefits. I have one card here. And I was doing, if anybody outside of subscribers want to come in and actually get a reading, you can do an energy donation through my PayPal, horsemanreadings@gmail.com. No, I'm not sure if I'm subscribed. No, you're not, Katrina. You were, but it says that you're not anymore. But don't sweat it. These are free, so we can pull you up a card if you have a question. Will I be an actress one day? 9 of Wands. This is a really, really, really hard job to get into. So persevere and stick with it, and eventually you'll get some, like, I'm going to call them, like, gigs. That could potentially, again, lead to more, but it feels like it's going to take a long time to maybe get to probably where you want to be with it, and that's okay if that's how you want to live. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big believer in we're meant to follow our path, our purpose, and our gifts. So if you feel like that's your gift and that's what you're meant to do it. But I also think that you have like 10 gifts, just so you know. So like, I wouldn't say give up on what you love to do, but just acknowledge, like, I also like to paint. I also like to write. I like to do my readings. I like to be out in nature. I like my yoga. So it's like okay to have these different things that we pull on, okay? Does she love me? Does she love me? Does she love me? Ace of Pentacles. This is a great card. She's on her own healing journey. She cares, but she's on her own healing journey. Okay. Will I get a job offer this week? Not to be too specific. Same card pops up, Ace of Pentacles. Yes, you will get a job offer, but I don't sense that it's going to be like... It's either going to be... It's weird. I'm getting like it's either going to be... like happen really, really fast. I just sense that you're going to be impatient about getting the offer for some reason. So I almost feel like it wouldn't matter if it were about to happen in 30 seconds. I still feel like you'd be like antsy and impatient about it. I can be like that too. So I'm getting like there's going to be an offer there for you, okay? Work on that patience for some reason, okay? Hello, Tink. If you want to message as a subscriber, feel free to come on in. Should I move in with Martin? I would steer clear of, I'm hearing moving too fast or running away. You've got Two of Swords. There's some fear here around doing that. I think you're worried you're going to make a big mistake. And so I'm just getting that, like, sometimes living with somebody is a learning curve. It's a learning experience, even if it doesn't work out for us. Oh my god, I lived with someone for like 2 weeks, I think, and then I kicked him out. And that was like his first time living with someone, and oh my god, it's just such a dick. And I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I had to tell him he had to leave. Well, that kind of sucks, but it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we never want to fall into regret mode if for some reason that's not working out, okay? Will he reach out to me anytime this week, Jane? Well, he doesn't give us much information, but that's okay. We don't need that. It says that your load is going to be lightened sooner rather than later. It's more, I think you're just releasing obsessiveness or something like that. Okay, Tank, we're going to go into you. You have 10 of Wands, okay? 10 of Wands is, I'm hearing like the time is ticking. The time is ticking. And it feels like this pressure cooker. And so I feel like I'm not sure why time is coming up for you so much. But it feels like there's just like this rushy heaviness in my solar plexus in my heart. And so again, I'm doing Reiki healing sessions that you can purchase that I send over a video to help support you with some of these heavier energies. But I would say whatever you can do for your heart chakra and your mental health right now will be great. If you look up the 10 of Wands, it talks about a burden that needs to go. That's what I was talking about, that energy being removed, or a burden that is going to go. but it has to go because that's like a really heavy feeling to feel. Okay, so I'm sorry that you're feeling so heavy. I'm Even if you feel like you're feeling great right now, I'm still feeling like, well, I can feel there's just like a little tension right now. So I know you've been going through a lot as well. So sending you lots of love. How does N feel about me? Four of Cups. This is when somebody's not looking up, they're looking down. And so I think sometimes they're just like, they're not focused. They're not focused on you enough. So I feel like they feel like they're not giving you enough of what you need or not giving you enough of what you deserve or something like that. Is D interested in me at all? So the fact that you're saying at all tells me that you have a lot of doubt around that. So Katrina, D, 10 of Wands, again, it just feels like you have big dreams. And I think that maybe he feels like, I don't know why, I feel like it feels like he might feel like he won't live up to his potential with you, or like he's not good enough for you or something. So I would say when it comes to D, you've got to reassure him a lot that he's valued and that he's valuable. Something about that. I think he's a little insecure or something, okay? Well, JC, the Y, family manipulation. Four of Cups. Probably not likely. When we see the Four of Cups, this is someone who has their head down. So why would they see that if they have their head down? This is someone who's just like not accepting opportunities as they come up. You're welcome. I hope it's helpful for you. These are like not really Timmy readings. These are just like flying through questions. So if you want to make a donation, we can do a reading for you. That's through Horseman Readings at gmail.com. That's underneath my PayPal through my link tree. Also, we have lots of specials and deals going on right now. So many things are going on that I haven't had a chance to promote any of my stuff, but if you're curious, explore it there. Katarina, does B love me? Four of Cups. Sometimes. Tulini, will I enroll for nursing next? Nine of Wands. I feel like you will. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like for some reason the energy of family is coming up to, as long as you can maintain family or focus on family, that feels really important right now. There's something going on with family. They want more attention, or there's someone that needs attention, or maybe you don't even know that they need that from you right now. Can I still save my marriage and she comes back? Five of Cups. This is depression and sadness. I'm going with, there feels like heartbreak there. Should I tell my kids tonight about my move, Jody? I feel like, Jody, you might have already gotten a message here. Did you, Jody, already get a message? You're welcome. Lauren, will me and my boyfriend Colin get married? You've got Seven of Wands. It's like, I don't know. I just feel like either he has fear about that or you have fear about that. But I think you guys really need to work on these deep-seated, rooted issues or fears around the marriage thing before you decide that that's something you really want to do, okay? I'm not going to be negative about marriage. I am so happy. Last night I said to my husband, I'm so happy we got married, because I don't know. You don't know what it's like until you get into it and you hear these like horror stories. And my parents are divorced, and my husband was married before. So, I just feel like it's like just so important to make sure that you guys understand your fears around it, because everybody has fears around it. I don't care what anybody says, okay? And if you do that, I think that'll bring you guys closer together just talking about that. Jacob, will Deanna text me tonight? I feel like it's unlikely, but it could happen. The energy is like saying it could happen. It doesn't feel likely, but there's a chance. It's not completely, hope it's not lost. You're welcome. Will I get a new job soon? No, but it feels like you're on the right path right now. So that should be helpful to hear. Okay. I love the headband and necklace. Thank you very much. Lindsay, is Corey the person I'll marry, please? Page of Swords. With the energy right now, it feels like not likely, but it's just because of where the energy is. Okay, does that make sense? Hello, Mindful Minute. Heather, if you want a message, just let me know. As a subscriber, take up some space. I can't believe it's 10:54 here. My time is all whack right now. Hi. You're welcome. Yes, love me. Yes, very much so, Sawana. Brianna, will Phil and I get married? That one's uncertain. There's just a lot of stuff going on. It doesn't feel like bad, but you know how like with uh getting married, like there's so many things that come with it, like the wedding and just a lot of stuff. That's more where the energy's coming from. It's not like a bad energy, okay? But it sometimes it's money and you get what I'm saying? Like it's chaotic. It really is. I'm not a big wedding person personally, but my husband's like he's the one that's like crying over the decorations, which is adorable. Okay, I'm just looking for my sneaky little husband has stolen our cord here, so I'm gonna plug it in, unplug his phone, put mine in. So Heather, Heather, if you asked a question and I missed it, my apologies. So Knight of Pentacles, this is a really great card for you. I like this a lot. This talks about someone who it feels like they're giving a lot more of their time and energy. I like that. So I'm hearing the word plasma. I don't know if you connect to plasma, but I feel like I think travel was also coming up for you recently. But it feels like when I think about someone giving plasma or something like that, someone who's in need, it's like, hey, take my plasma. So I see that as you being really generous and kind right now. And I think that that's a beautiful energy for you because you're being extra thoughtful and extra like charismatic and compassionate. It's a very calm, grounded space for you. And I love this. Also, if you enjoyed the reading that we did with the Theta Healing downloads, I now have Theta Healing downloads available that I send over to your email. Just a little special I'm doing. Okay. I think that would be supportive for you too, just because it's nice to have somebody tuning in for us without us having to do any work. Alrighty, is Jay scared to ask me out? 6 of Cups. You're welcome. No, Jay's not scared to ask you out. He's just doing his own thing. That's what I'm getting. He's just doing his own thing. Well, my youngest daughter... Will my youngest daughter get out of this relationship for good? Sounds like you don't like him. 4 of Wands. I'm hearing runaway bride. So I think that it's not going to be an easy separation for them to do that, okay? So I would encourage you to not push, okay? Will I move house in December? It feels not likely. It's possible, but it's not likely right now, okay? Will me and Jay get back together? No, that feels like unlikely. I feel like maybe he's not kind. Is he kind? I'm gonna plug in my phone. It's nice to come on. It's nice to come on a little bit later at night. Usually I feel so drained. He is kind. Okay. Well, that's good. For some reason, I'm picking up on, I don't know if there's something that happened or if it's like relationship stuff that he has going on. Okay. This is a blanket I made for Dave. Is us on like our first trip. We met in January and then we went to Dominican. I paid for us as a little surprise to go to Dominican. Isn't this so cute? Hello. All right, guys, we're doing some free readings. Also, if you are a subscriber, we go deeper into your energy. You get priority, and you get a free reading and healing every time. Every time I come on live, which is amazing, I think. So funny, my Christmas music started playing by accident, but I am going to put the replay underneath my YouTube channel, so that's why I don't use music, just so you guys know. Otherwise, I would love to have music, but it is nice so people can catch the replays on this. Will Joe come back? Or ones? As of right now, no. As of right now, no. Sheba, will Shaw and I reconcile? Break no contact? Will Sean, will we reconcile? Strength. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's like I'm seeing somebody turning their back and saying it's not my problem. I don't know. Somebody was carrying more weight in that relationship than the other person. That's what I'm getting, okay? So pay attention to that. When this energy comes up, it's just because it's there to help show you something, to teach you something, to show you what you need to release, what you need to manifest, what you need to, again, meditate on, stuff like that, just so you know. So if I like answer a question with like something kind of a little different, it's just because that's what I feel like is important for you to know, right? We might ask a question, but it's like, nope, Spirit wants you to focus on this. Carol, does Anthony truly love me? Yeah, I feel that. Cornelia, will she reach out to me? No, I don't feel that way right now. Marissa, does Kevin really love me? Did we not just answer that one? Sandy, does Mike love me as much as C? I don't know. I just feel like I get a very similar energy. Hey, my name is Marwa. Am I gonna get a divorce? Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way right now. Am I gonna get a divorce? Three of Wands. This says that there's a decision that's already been made. That feels like out of your control. So is it that the other person wants to get a divorce? Because it feels like the decision's already been made. So, and it doesn't feel like it's in your control. So it feels like something's already happened. Oh, my back's bothering me all of a sudden, so I feel like maybe somebody has a little back thing going on. Belinda, will Michael and I reconcile this year? I like your energy a lot. You have Coyote. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a strong energy right now, time-wise, okay? My husband wants to leave me. He told that to his cousin. Yeah, I kind of feel like if that's something somebody decided, you know what I'm saying? And it's like then it really sucks, but it's like we don't really get to, unfortunately, we don't get to choose what somebody wants to do. And I'm so sorry to hear that because that is like a really, really, really shit situation to be going through. Leah, will things get better between me and Kay? Thanks. I'm getting yes and no. That's a complicated one. Okay. If you want to come in and get a reading, you can subscribe or you can pay. My recommendation was 13, not 30 Canadian. That's through horsemanreadings@gmail.com, PayPal. And then I was also saying you can also make a donation, so that could be $1. Doesn't matter, just as an energy exchange. So let's read a few more cards here. Kind of feels like thank you very much, guys. I appreciate all the support here. If you're not following, feel free to follow as well. So we've got the Four of Pentacles here as a general message. I just saw a little mouse on the floor, like spirit mouse. Which I've never seen a spirit mouse before. Very, very strange. That was very strange. So there's obviously someone in here who is clairvoyant, and someone who also sees spirits. And so pay attention to that if you're noticing little things out of the corner of your eye. That's coming through for someone in particular. And to me, the most symbolizes an energy where we're going through this time right now where it's important to not be secretive and not be scared or not be afraid to be who we are and to trust people a bit more. All right, because we are going through changes right now where more people need people who can trust them. instead of always having their walls and their guard up, okay? So the Tower, is John gonna message me? I feel like I'm hearing it's in the back of his head, so that's a good start. The Tower card's also here, guys, so this is when I'm hearing false beliefs. This is something I help people with, limiting beliefs that we have. That's why I do theta healing. I help people with that. But false beliefs are like when we're not wanting to change. So again, the Tower card, if you look it up, talks about addictions. It talks about following like a path that's not yours. It talks about patterns of behaviors and cycles that you're not willing to change or you don't want to look at. So don't forget that, guys. We're just talking about somebody who's like, whose husband wants to get divorced, and it sounds like that person doesn't, you know? That's a perfect example of how we don't want to stick in a situation that's not healthy for us, even if that really sucks. You get what I'm saying? So user 731 something or other, you've got 4 of Pentacles. This is saying don't be afraid to put forward a bit more. There's something holding you back from making a big step in your life or making a big decision, okay? Also, we have the King of Swords as a collective energy here. I'm hearing that there's someone who really needs to go on a vacation, really needs to explore the world a little bit more. It feels like they could be doing more things with their money and they're just not. So you're very fortunate if that's you, if you have that ability to go and travel and go explore. So yeah, just maybe go do that. And yeah, I feel like there's just somebody holding themselves back for absolutely no reason. Just curious if you know which person can see spirits in this live, or is it general energy? Well, I'm doing collective energy readings right now. So you would know if it's you. Okay? The way that you know it's you is because you feel that it's you. You just know. Because if you're that person, you know the answer to that. Okay? So if that's you, it's funny because I was just talking about like travel and I was kind of connecting to your energy and then you popped up. So probably you. But I like for you to explore that, if that makes sense. So 6 of Wands, okay? Also energy where it's saying we've got to be a little more proud of ourselves, give ourselves a little bit more credit for the things that we are doing right. It feels like there are a lot of people in here who are already very successful, right? You do have lots of talent, so don't forget about yourself along the way, as we're seeing the Tower card, to make sure that we are following our path and our track, and we're not allowing other people to kind of control us or manipulate us and send us in a different direction than the one we're meant to be on. Okay, so getting like life path readings are really great. Getting your numerology read, things like that, which are all things I can help you with. Okay, so guys, find me through my link tree in my profile. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's 11:08, so I'm gonna tend to all my other tasks, but I hope you have an amazing day, morning, evening, night, wherever the heck you are, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.